Well, good morning, and how are we all doing? I'm having a bit of a morning. I've glitched out twice trying to get on here, just some weird stuff going on the internet. But that's all right. We are on here now. Please stop shaking. There we go. All right, so today is Tuesday. It is a get her done day. It is make that list and get things off of it. If you already made that list, you already should be on the way of crossing things off. Get things done today. There is a Libra moon today, so it's a little more balanced, a little more grounded. Now, I will say the last few days and today, there's been a bit of an undercurrent of frustration, anger, that kind of aspect. So if you're feeling into that, trust me, I kind of feel how you feel. I've had that bit of I'm done. I don't want this crap anymore. And it's really affecting half of the astrology signs. So with that energy, so just breathe today. I will say that, what was it? Leo, Virgo, what were the other ones? There's a couple there today. Leo, Virgo. Okay, so today with the Libra moon, there's your craving harmony. You want things to feel soft and peaceful, so you tell yourself it's fine, even when it isn't. You choose connection over truth, and for now, that feels safer, but honestly, it's not. So if that's how you're feeling today, that is kind of the Libra moon energy that is coming up, because it likes to feel balanced. It likes to, not poke and prod, but on the same hand, it chooses that safety net, even if that's not the safest spot for them. So we don't really want to move into that. So with these energies, the ones that it's affecting is, here we go. Libra, Cancer, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, and Pisces are going to be a little heightened this week with the energies that are going on. Everybody is, but these ones specifically might get a little more triggered and challenged as the week goes on. So just understand and realize that's where we're at right now. And that's okay. As long as you know it, then it doesn't make it so hard, right? If we understand what's going on, it's easier to see through. All right, I'm just going to make sure I went live here. Yes, I did. Beautiful. All right, so let's get on with the rest of the day, because that's just one little tidbit today. Today is alive with movement, insight, and connection. After the day, the last few weeks of being in a kind of a fog, there is and we've had a lot of pressure systems sitting in. There's those insights and connection is going to come in deeper because that fog is finally lifting. That partial clarity we've been sitting in is going to start to click, and we're going to get into a better clarity, clearer clarity. More direct clarity, maybe is a way to say it. Anyway, this is the day where communication becomes power. So if something has felt stuck, it will begin to circulate again over the next couple days. So communication will get easier. It'll get movement, and use it now, because you know that right around the corner, Mercury is going to go back into retrograde, and then that our communication is not as clear. So use the next week to really be clear about what you want, how you feel, what you think. Right now is supported to share how you're feeling, thinking, and being. So there are core energies about balance, relationships, and reflection today. So as the moon enters Libra early today, there is shifting emotional tone, which is all about connection, collaboration, fairness, perspective of your own side. So remember to be open when you're looking at things from your perspective. Remember, there's also another perspective to it, right? So with the but there's a tension here too with the lingering Aries fire, right? That big bold where we had like 8 celestial bodies in that Aries fire. How poof and powerful that was. This is the a pull towards peace, a pull towards confrontation, waiting for harmony, but also wanting it to be right. This is the dance of the day. Can you stay open and honest while you navigate through the day? So the early activation right after that moon is Uranus and Neptune are also shifting in. They're already here. And this trine with Uranus, it's sudden insights, fresh ideas, all of that is going to bubble up in you today. It opposes Neptune in the end, emotional sensitivity, illusion versus trust. This is kind of has a bit of a contradiction energy throughout this morning. So you may feel inspired, but unsure. You may have one clear moment, and then the next minute you're like, I don't even know what I'm thinking now. Like that push pull, that open-hearted, then guarded, the I'm compassionate and walking through the world, and now I'm rolled in a ball and I'm rolling out of here. That in out, good morning, Catherine, that in out energy is kind of supported today and throughout the rest of the week. So if you're feeling like you go forward, you step back, you go forward, you step back, it's almost like a weird little dance. That is because we are trying to calibrate within ourselves what is happening and what is going on. This will get better. Let the full picture kind of reveal itself before you get all caught up in which way you need to go. Breathe and just take a step forward. Which way are you going? It's a bit of a dance right now of how to be. There is a grand air trine. So we've got some air moving in, which is beautiful, which helps with movement and shifting and conversation and deep understanding. It helps with problem solving and breakthrough in relationships or ideas. So if you've been stuck and stagnant in something, air energy helps to flow things through. But this energy also can sometimes be a little bit a little too much, a little fire to the face, a little extra. So remember, this energy does support collaboration, negotiation, truth telling with depth and care. But it can feel a little heated from some people. Be careful of pointing out the instead of just sharing how you're feeling and what you're doing. There is something you can understand today that you couldn't see before. That's the shift that we're moving through right now. So once you see it though, things really shift and you won't be able to go back. Good morning, Joyce. I believe that I met your daughter. So it's very interesting. I've been meeting all sorts of people. I've become Facebook famous. It's kind of cute. So anyway, I just wanted to say, I really do appreciate those of you that see me out in public and come up and say hi and all those beautiful things. It's really sweet. I love meeting everybody that is on here watching me and even those ones that I don't happen to catch. So say hi, introduce yourselves. I apologize for anybody that I don't remember your name in the moment. My brain has not been on high catching this past week. So I know I've met a few people this past weekend, and I apologize for any of you that I have not caught your name. That was an oops this weekend for me. But I really do appreciate people coming up and sharing how they're feeling and how this works for them and that they appreciate what I do. So thank you. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you ladies for showing up. I appreciate all of you for encouraging me to keep going every morning. So thank you. Yes. It's your niece. There we go. Yes, I met Tara. What a beautiful young woman. Yes, it was very lovely. So I do want to say that was really lovely to meet her. And so yes, I've been meeting all sorts of different people in the last little while. So that's really exciting. So keep them coming. It keeps me boosted to, especially when I've had some rough days going, I'm not really sure that I'm doing what needs to be done or what, doing this every day, is anybody really care? To hear people that they do appreciate it. It does help that energy to keep on going, especially on days that aren't so great. And the last little week, it's been a little rough getting on here every morning and just going, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Does it really matter? Right? Those are the questions that go through my head every day. So it's really beautiful when somebody comes up and go, I may not catch you every day, but when I do, you touch me, you reach me, you whatever. So thank you for that. I appreciate all of you sharing. So back to today, because this is all about conversation. There's a Venus trine Pluto. This is about honest, transformative connection. There we go. This adds emotional depth and intensity. This is not surface level connection that we are in right now. This is real conversations. This is emotional honesty. This is facing truths in relationships, in partnerships, in your marriage, with your children. All of that is coming up right now. So understanding power dynamics. We really want to look at our power dynamics within our relationships, within our work world, in all of those things, so we have a deeper understanding of how they work. Because handling and understanding this allows us to have deeper healing, deeper clarity, and stronger bonds. So that is really what we're working on, is that energy. If we handle these things poorly, though, it can trigger control issues, manipulation, and emotional intensity turning into conflict. That's the difference. So if we handle things well, if we are willing to listen, if we are willing to do the work, then we will get healing, clarity, and stronger bonds. But if we don't, we are going to get control issues. We are going to get manipulation. We are going to get that intensity that turns into conflict, that now sits in like the pink elephant in your room. That you go, oh, goodness, I really need to deal with it. I don't want to, right? That energy, we don't want to have that in our space anymore. So shift it out, deal with it, and move it away, move it in, move it deeper. Whatever it needs to be for you, that's what we need to focus on. So integrity, this is where the big change is. It's about your integrity. If you are speaking truth from the heart and not from control, then you are doing what is best for you. So speak your truth. That does not mean going, you do it all. No. I feel is where we need to start every conversation with, because then it becomes about me, not the you. And that's the part we want to be in. So remember that. If you are sharing, don't say, I don't like when you do all of these things. Go, no. When you do these things, this is how I feel, or this is how it bothers me, or this is what it does to me. When you say those things, this is how I feel. So if those are the things you're going to say, you can't be in my world, because I don't want to be in that space. And it is okay to put up a boundary. As a matter of fact, I encourage it. So boundaries are what we're wanting to do. A boundary is saying you can do whatever you want. You just can't do it in my space, because I'm not okay with it. But if you do, I'm going to pick myself up and I am going to move, because that is the consequence to you not listening to my boundary, right? That energy. We really want to think about those energies this week. Boundaries are really important. How you move through the world this week, because so many things are going to shift, and I will share with you in just a moment all of those things for the rest of the week, because they are big, they are bold, they are moving into your best as we move into that full moon on the 1st. Then we have those 2 full moons in May. So there is big power energy. And I'm actually offering a workshop, Release the Rage, on both those full moons and on the new moon in between. So I'm going to offer some workshops coming forward for anybody that would like to come and see me and be a part of those. Anyway, just a little tidbit. Evening adjustment. Later in the day, something needs recalibration. So you may notice that resistance to following through. You may go, I'm really great getting things done, and peter out. That's okay. That is kind of where we are sitting today. Or you may feel like you've got no energy this morning, and then you kind of build up and get things done. It's kind of these weird little balancing parallels you have to find for yourself. There is a tension between personal needs and shared goals today. So you may need to adjust your expectations and your responsibilities in order to move through. This isn't a block, it's a course correction, a course realignment. It is making sure that where you are headed is actually where you want to go. So there's this spot that's come in. It's not to block you, it's to make sure that you're going through the right doorway. So it's kind of like a bit of a fork in the road to make sure that you know that you have options. Are you choosing the right one for you? This is a Mars day, right? So it's a Tuesday, it's a get her done. This is about drive, courage, desire, action, all of this forward momentum, movement energy. And this makes today powerful because we are needing to tackle some real problems that have been going on. And this energy is really supportive for that. Taking initiative. Today would be a great day to take an initiative to do some of the things that you may need to get done. And moving conversations into action. If we're just going to talk and we're never going to do, then it's just a story. It's not actually work. So we need to do the stuff that we're putting on that list. We need to do the things that we need to do in order to move through. So do the things today, ladies. Do the things. Whatever it is. Mars can build. It can also burn. So channel that energy, right? Mars has got big, fiery, masculine energy. So if we're not using it in the right ways, it may overwhelm and consume us in its fire. So be careful with that today. The animal of the day today is the bee and the wasp. And this is always to remind you that lovely dueling energy. The bee energy is about teamwork, productivity, building something meaningful together. It's also a reminder, just because that bumblebee was never told that it couldn't fly, so it flies, because in all reality, it has no physical attributes that should actually allow those little wings to pick up that big hefty body and take it, and then go and pick up more nectar to bring home. It's amazing if you were to listen to all the things you've been told you can't do because somebody thought you couldn't. Oh my goodness, do we get so blocked by that? We need to get out of that idea and start going, what if nobody told me I couldn't do something? What would I have done? Who would I be? Because you can still become that person. So go out and do that thing. Stop listening to the naysayers that say that you can't do that. No, they can't do that. You can. If you believe it, if you see it, if you really truly want it, then do the thing. Well, go out there and fly like the bumblebee. It's like I walk fire. You know what? I've been told my whole life, fire burns. I watched my house burn to the ground. Fire burns. But you know what it also does? It heals, it transforms, it burns that away to move anew. So as much as all of these things can do harm, they can also do beautiful things. So just because somebody has told you couldn't, doesn't mean you can't. Get that thought out of your head. They couldn't do it. They weren't programmed for that. They didn't believe it. The bumblebee did. I did. Do you? That's something to think about today. Do you believe all the naysayers? Or are you trusting your own truth? Are you trusting your own reality? Because I promise you, both can be true at the same time. Fire can burn, it can hurt, it can do all sorts of horrible things. It's also what heats my house. It's what fuels my energy. I'm a fire sign. I have like 7 or 8 planets in fire. I'm a lot of passion and desire and drive, and that's beautiful. So sometimes I can be a hot spark that can burn everything away, and sometimes I'm just a warm fire that you want to come and sit next to. Both of them can be true at the same time, depending on you. So the fire here today, that Mars energy, that building energy, that productive, creative, move it energy, the part you need to remember is you don't need to use this fire alone. You don't need to be alone in any of it. We don't need to be alone doing anything, healing, moving, changing, growing. There's people here to help you. Reach out to those that are around you. Let people know where you're at. We need to stop suffering in silence and to start sharing where we're at. But this is not to go into victim mode and woe is me. This is to share, vent, get that out. You only get 2 minutes to do the woe is me, and then let's find a way to move through. Let's find a way to build on what you're wanting. Let's find a way through all of the chaos and crazy that's in your mind to come into your best self in whatever that may be. There's a power today with working for others, sharing ideas, contributing to something larger. There's a beautiful collaboration energy that has been shifting through. I have noticed that there's many women that have been reaching out going, hey, you want to collaborate on something? And I'm hearing that throughout the community, that lots of women are starting to, and men, but specifically women, because we haven't been so great working together lately, that we are really starting to go, hey, want to do something? Hey, want to collaborate? Hey, I have some ideas that might work better for you. Just all of that kind of sharing and being. We need to get back into circles, back into sharing, back into collaboration, back into supporting and being there for one another. So that is really the energy that is being supported as we move through 2026. So remember, we want to heal the me to come into the we, to collaborate in the big community. It's a beautiful energy that we're moving through with. So, but that wasp is here to remember that we need to have boundaries and directness. The wasp brings in sharp focus, decisive action, and clear boundaries. It's not afraid to say what needs to be said. It knows how to protect its space, and sometimes it does the, hey, out you go. That does not mean we hit anybody. We don't need to do that, but our voice can be sharp enough that it's a slap across the face. We know it. We all have felt that, right? Ooh, that was nasty, right? We've felt that energy. So words can have big things. If people are not listening to your boundaries, you might need to use a little of that wasp fire to the face energy to say, that's enough. Please don't. I appreciate you. I love you, but I don't want that in my energy. So I am going to shift myself away from that. Acting quickly when necessary. And that's the big thing. Don't allow crappy things to happen to you and you not speak up. Speak up in the moment to say, no, that is not okay. I don't appreciate the way you spoke to me. I don't appreciate the way you're using me. I don't appreciate whatever that is. Start speaking your truth. Speak your truth. That is the biggest thing you can do for yourself to heal and move forward. Speak your truth, not from anger and frustration and to be nasty and rude, but to speak your truth so that you can be in sovereign self to say, hey, it's not okay. Or also speaking that truth of, I think you're amazing. I think you're beautiful. I think you're wonderful. We need to start sharing a little more of that as well. I had a lady reach out yesterday and really, honestly, I really needed it. I was having a really rough day. I've had a really rough kind of couple of weeks lately. And it's not that, oh, woe is me. It's just a lot that I've been holding on to for all sorts of reasons in my own family, in my own world, in my own mind, for my own clients. And they just reached out and they sent a little, thing and said, I'm so jealous of the fact of that your children get you as a mother. And I just want you to know that I see you and I appreciate you, even if they don't. And it was just one of those moments of saying, thank you. It was nice to be seen in a totally different way. It was nice to be seen in a moment where I was struggling and they saw that. It was nice to be seen in just this little lovely moment of sharing. So reach out to somebody and maybe just send them something you wouldn't normally do. Maybe you don't even know they need it, and they do. That little moment was just a thank you. I needed that moment. It was like Tara coming over on Sunday and saying, hey, I don't catch you every day, but my aunt thinks you're awesome. And she was the one that told me to start watching you. And I get something out of you anytime I catch you. Those moments really matter. So if they matter that much to me, imagine how much they matter to the people that are out there, that are next to you, that you maybe aren't saying those beautiful, wonderful things to you. Say something kind to the person next to you. Say something, even if you think they are at their best right now, maybe they're not. Maybe they put on a good show. Maybe they have a great mask for the world to see. Maybe they're not doing as great as you think they are. So reach out and just say, hey, thinking about you. Just wanted you to know that I think you're awesome. So women, I want to say, I think you're awesome. I am so grateful for you. So thank you so much for showing up. Thanks for the little tidbits. Thanks for those little moments. You showing up really does help, and showing up for yourself also to get whatever little info you get for yourself to move forward in the day. Good for you on finding whatever works for you to inspire and show that love and compassion for yourself. This is a little self-care for you. So words can sting and reactions can escalate really quickly when we have that wasp energy. So be careful of that fire to the face energy, right? We need to ask quickly with clarity, but remembering to not just go around stinging everybody. So together they are about cooperative energy, remembering to be open-hearted, stop listening to the naysayers, but also having boundaries to say, that's your voice, not mine. Keeping your eyes on your own paper, doing your own thing, worrying about the healing of the me so that we can come into collaboration with the we and be in circle and back in rooms with all sorts of people. If we've done the healing, it's time to come back out. And I know many of us are starting to feel that way. If you're in Manitoba, in Winnipeg, this Sunday is Beltane in the Park. It's a beautiful little witchy, goddessy type event. If you're interested in that, it's at Beltane in the Park and Kildonan Park this Sunday. Many different beings come out to collaborate and be in open space where you get to just be you in all of your glory. Wear the capes, the hats, the stuff. You get to do your thing. So that is also, I'm just going to put a little tidbit out. I have gone to many of them. I have held space in several corners throughout Beltane in the Park. I am not holding space this year, but I do hope to just go out and support the men and women, especially the women that come out to this, to really support them and give a little energy. So if you're out and about this Sunday, Beltane in the Park in the afternoon, there's information online I will put up on my post later today, just in case anyone is interested to come out and see a ritual live and in person to meet like-minded people. Sunday is the day to do that. So, okay. And then we have the undercurrent, which is still the wildcat. And that energy is still reminding us to keep walking our path, just like that cat, one step at a time, using all of our internal senses, right? That cat is very intuitive. It is also very, sovereign in self. Cats don't care for anybody else. They want love, attention, and food. And if you don't give it to them, they just walk away. If you overstep their boundaries, they will scratch, hiss, and get angry. Remember that. Embody a little bit of that wild cat inside of you. I'm a Leo. I've got a whole lot of wild cat inside of me. Do you have a little Leo energy inside of you? If not, pull it in and take it on for yourself, because everybody has a little bit of this is the one thing I will explain in the astrology. Every planet. So when we say that, like, I'm 8 signs in Leo, I'm a very fiery energy. I have a lot of that. Now I'm void of some of those other energies, but they're still in me, right? They're still a part of my whole essence. They're just not the prominent pieces. They're a little bit more subtle. So every energy lives within your body. Just the ones that are actually a part of your chart are the ones that are strongest for you. That sun sign, that moon sign, the ascendant sign are really energies you move with. But all the planets bring in a neat energy for our bodies. So find where your chart is. If you don't know your chart, please reach out to me and I will do your chart for you. I give you some little tidbits on little things to look out, or reach out and do a full online chart with me. And that's $100 kind of process of really deep diving into yourself. So anyway, it's on my thing if you're interested in any of those energies for yourself. No hard sales, just if you're wanting to learn. That's it. The wildcat energy, remember, is about instincts, independence, quiet observation, and self-trust. And the one I will say the biggest is self-trust. Trust yourself. We need to lean deeper into trusting ourselves. Get out of everybody else. You're also a Leo. When's your birthday? What's your date? I'm the 19th of August. So I'm an interesting energy just before the shift into Virgo. Where do you sit in your Leo? But I am also an ascended Leo. I have my Mercury in Leo. So my voice is in Leo, my ascendant is Leo, and my sun sign is Leo. Like I said, I'm a whole lot of Leo. I'm a lion. I roar. So anyway, there is an energetic breakthrough today. There's breakthrough in communication, emotional truth. Good morning, Lindsay, and collaboration action. So this is a day for insights, connection, and forward movement. That is really the biggest energy supported today. So the guidance for today is communicate openly, but thoughtfully. Follow the threads of insight. Collaborate with the right people. Speak truth with integrity. Oh, you're the 15th. My daughter is actually due the 15th, 16th of August for her baby this year. So we're all hoping she does not have it on my birthday because we've all agreed we don't need another me. But it's probably going to be a Leo nonetheless. So collaboration with the right people. Speak truth with integrity. Stay balanced between self and others. Build something together. That bumblebee energy is really wanting to support that, right? Working in the hive. Set clear boundaries when needed. Use that wasp energy, sting when you need. Use the fire to the face if people aren't listening. But don't go around stinging just for the shits of it. That's what we don't want to do. That'll just cause you harm, right? Like the bumblebee can only sting once. So I know it's happening on my birthday. We're all giggling about that. Set boundaries where it is needed. By setting those boundaries and using the wasp energy to keep people at bay when they are not listening, that's what we want to do. We don't want to go around stinging. We want to use our voice first. And when we are not heard, that's when we lash out. That's when we say, hey, enough, stop. Or I will sting, and my sting is usually a little harsher than the stings that are coming at me. So I always remind people, you can do all your damage you want, but when I reciprocate, remember, I'm a whole lot and I will make you cry because I make people cry on a good day. So imagine me at my worst. I'm not going to be kind. But if you push me to that level, kind of like when somebody pushes you to that level, it's kind of like saying, hey, enough is enough. If I have to use my fire to the face, you've pushed me too far, and now I'm using the wasp. I'm no longer the kind bumblebee bringing you sweet honey, right? Balance. So anyway, trust your instincts in every situation, in every interaction. If you feel something a little bit off, it probably is. If you feel like you're not really speaking your truth, trust that they're not. So lean into what all of that is. Trust your instincts over everything else. Lean in and really start listening to that intuitive body, because that is what 2026 is all about. Because when we hit 2027, you better have your intuitive energy heightened, because that's the new space we're going to be stepping into. It is going to be more intuitive, more inner knowing, more Did you catch that as we move forward? So start really leaning into that. Lean deeper into your intuitive being. Lean deeper into that inner knowing. Trust yourself. I know it's a hard thing to do, but we really need to lean into trusting ourselves. It's really easy to get stuck in the old patterns, the old ideas, the old loops in our own mind from everything we've been programmed into since the day we were born. Just like, did you know that your love language came before you were the age of 2? Think about that. Before you even had words to speak how you were feeling, your love language was already created. How you love, how you show up, how you be, how you accept love, how you receive love, how you be in love was all started before you were 2 years of age. That's when that pattern started. And then it was continued on step by step over the rest of your life. So that's when I say, when I am saying to you, you have patterns to break, they could be before you were even 2 years old. It's a lot to take on. It's a lot to be responsible for. But as we have shifted and understand now, that's the parts that we are trying to disengage from, detangle, understand, and move through. And it's really hard to do when you don't even know what it was because it happened at such an early point in your life. So have a little patience with yourself. Have a little bit of love and compassion for yourself. Understand who your mom was when she had you, who your grandmother was as she raised her, because that is the person you got to meet in the first 2 years of her being, of your being, of that understanding of parenthood and what that looks like going forward. Anyway, that's a whole lot of other stuff, which I will share if you ever step into any of my workshops. We go deep diving into that kind of energy. Anyway, today's closing insight is today is a turning point in understanding. Isn't that great? We're going to have some better understanding, some deeper understanding, that truer understanding as we move forward. So something becomes clearer, a conversation shifts direction, a truth surfaces that changes how you move forward. You can go far today. If you stay aligned with your truth and your authenticity and what it is you truly, truly want for yourself, you can go leaps and bounds over the next coming weeks. But you have to stay aligned with both your truth and your connection. And your connection is to you and divine, not necessarily the connection to the universe at large. This is more connection to self, connection to the greater self, the unconscious self, the divine connection of self. All of those things, getting a little more rooted into Mother Earth. Yeah, that's what's supported right now. As the spring is awakening and all of the things are coming to life, dig your roots in a little deeper into Mother Earth so that you can grow. Because we have to dig deep in to grow up. It's like the tree. If your roots aren't growing deeper into the soil, what makes you think you can bloom higher on the upper ground? Remember, you have to go as deep down as you do above. That is the beauty of growth. It's the things that we don't see that is growing beneath the surface compared to the things that everybody does see, right? All the work you do before you put something out, that's the tree roots. The part you put out, that's the bloom and the blossom. So think about that for you today. Have you been rooting in still? Are you still grounding into who you are? Are you still making sure that you've got strong, stable foundation? No? Yes? Maybe? If not, take a look at that today. We need to root in a little deeper. Take a nice deep breath and remember who you are and dig deeper into that Mother Earth and absorb the remembrance of who you truly are at your root of roots, at your core, at your truth of being. That's what we want today. That's where we're moving through. That is the authentic truth that we are to walk forward with forever. No more of that old way of thinking. We're moving new into intuitive body. So set your sails for awareness, work with the energy, not against it, and let what's ready to move, move. And remember, big, bold, abundant vision, one itty bitty step into you. Remember, that's all you need to worry about is your next best step. So get out there and take a step into you today. And I'll see you again tomorrow for the energy report of the day. Or I'll see you in a few minutes for 30-day reset with me, Cassandra B. Or Maybe one of you are going to sign up for some of the workshops I've got going. Release the Rage is the one I've just created that I'm putting out right away, but there's many others that have been put forth. Maybe you need to come and decorate a mask so that you can remove it and see it for what it truly is. All sorts of great things coming. Maybe you need to walk across the fire so that you can remember that just because you've been told something is a truth doesn't mean it is. Whatever that is for you, get out there and do something new, exciting, and bold that takes you into you. Anyway, I'll see you again tomorrow for the energy report of the day. Be bold, be badass, do something fantastic with this energy of power and movement. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. It's gotten a little cloudy out here today, but that's okay. Move with the ability, the energy, and just kind of lean deeper in today. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.